This week on J-Speak, we answer some questions. First question, do I prefer the Strymon Volante or the Strymon Timeline? I don't think that's a fair comparison or question, only because the Timeline does a lot more than the Volante does, and, is the tape better on the Volante than the Timeline? I think so. I think it could totally replace the Timeline if that's the only mode you use, but if you want a mix of effects, Timeline, plus the banks are easier to get through. It has more favorite settings. I do not like how the Volante is set up as far as saving your favorites and recalling them live. That's a little hard to do, but it sounds awesome. They're both great pedals. Do you need both? Probably not. I think you could get along with either one. If you want a ton of flexibility, get the Timeline. If you want kind of that tape sound and you don't mind the issues going through the favorites, get the Volante. They're both great, though. Question 2, do I name my guitars? I used to, now not so much. Actually, where it really helps knowing the names of my guitars or where I name them is really in recording, so I know what guitar I used when. Like, this gold top right here is named Etta, and it's named after Etta James' At Last, the song, if you're familiar with that, just because I wanted a gold top forever. So, Etta. The Explorer, I don't have a name for. I just call it X, or Explorer. Some of the other ones, my Tele Deluxe I call Jane, but I think when I was younger, I named all of them. You kind of get attached to them then, and now I kind of move through them. I guess I still do it, but not as much as I used to. Question 3, what do I think about signature gear? I assume you mean like the Criff Shift Telecaster, the Brett Hines Terror, that kind of stuff. I don't mind it, clearly, because I have a few pieces of signature gear around the studio. The things I don't like is when like the truss rod covers have a name on it, or something's very unique about the guitar, like there's a band logo on the pickguard. I don't like that stuff. I can get on with the Brett Hines Terror because it has Brett's kind of like tattoo on the face. Actually, I think that's kind of cool. But if it was like all over an Explorer, like the Jason Hook Explorer, I don't like that. That's way too customized for me. The Dave Roll 335, that's awesome. It's based on a Trini anyway, but his signature's on the back of the headstock. Other than that, you don't know it's his guitar. If it had a freaking big Foo Fighters logo on the front of it. I'm a big Foo fan, but I don't even know that I would buy that just because I don't want that on the guitar. I don't know, but like pedals, I don't think it matters as much because you don't see them or look at them. Amps, I don't know that it matters much. Kerry King had his Marshall amp and it's got his cool tattoo on it. I think that's really neat, but yeah, I don't mind signature gear. I don't want to see their name all over it though. I think that's kind of my bigger issue with it. And Gibson's been releasing tons of signature guitar lately. I just saw a Joan Jett 339. I don't know. They seem to be going after, authentic made stuff and going after players that are well known now instead of like kind of some no names that they had in the past. Yeah, I don't mind signature gear. I think it's okay. And you kind of get people's tweaks on stuff. Like the Freeman JJ Jr. is Jerry Cantrell's amp, and that thing's awesome. I like the JJ logo. If the Dirty Shirley had its own logo, whatever. Some amp manufacturers do a logo per brand and kind of coin something, and others don't. So no issue there. Play the stuff. It's no big deal. As always, thanks for watching. Remember to check out the Patreon page. Please like, share, and subscribe. Many more videos to come. Don't miss one sub.